So in North Carolina, a pastor was arrested after he allegedly attempted to push a McDonald's employee's head into a deep fryer. 57-year-old Dwayne Waden, who is the pastor of Elevated Life International Ministries in North Carolina, and he received a phone call from his wife, who was training at a McDonald's, and she told him that the staff there or people there were disrespecting her, especially I think it was one person that was a cook. According to police records, the pastor arrived at the McDonald's. He walked around the counter and he put his hands around the neck of the 34-year-old and began to push his head towards a deep fryer. Now, that's what the police report says. It also says that he allegedly did not stop attacking the man until several other employees pulled him off of the cook and restrained him, according to the police. Ultimately, the victim suffered a large contusion, one to his forehead and his right eye, and he also suffered from some scratches on his neck. The cook was later taken to the hospital by family for treatment. Now, the pastor was arrested and he was released on bond, which was set at $1,000, and his trial is scheduled for January 22nd. So in the midst of my research, I decided to mosey my little self on over to the Elevated Life Spiritual Church website, social media page. And on the website, there's a picture of him with another woman who doesn't appear to be the woman that was on the news with him when he came on to talk about what happened. So I started looking at the comments. It looks like these pictures were posted back in 2021, and the trolls started to go in. Okay, they said pastor, more like scammer truck driver, right? So it did note in the news article that he was a semi-truck driver, but someone by the name of For Show Worshiper commented back to that person and said, spent all out of ties buying Lexus and trucks. Now, I did come to find out that this was his ex-wife. Now, another person commented, a pastor's wife working at McDonald's. Someone says, I know, right? Churching is good business. More than enough stupid people just give all they have to the church. Well, the ex-wife commented and said, all these pictures are old. We are divorced. That's the mistress that he married. So I'm going to assume the ex-wife handles that Instagram page. But somebody said, does the Bible say to assault people or attempt to put them in a fryer like this church's pastor did? They said, or turn the other cheek, allegedly. Well, the ex-wife chimed in. She said, this is his old page. All of these members are gone and he has a new wife. Ooh, you just can't make this stuff up. Okay, so someone commented back to the ex-wife and said, another thing this shows, he had no character. Now, he did talk to the news about what happened, so let's take a listen to what he had to say. He is with the new wife in this video.
WFMY News 2's Amber Lake spoke with Pastor Dwayne Waden and his wife about what they say happened, plus a response from McDonald's.
A conflict at McDonald's.
You're not going to disrespect my wife.
Turned into a pastor in handcuffs.
I ended up getting arrested and, getting a simple assault charge.
57-year-old Pastor Dwayne Waden tells me this all started back in May when his wife got a job at the McDonald's on South Main Street in High Point. The Wadens claim she was being mistreated while on the job. Waden says corporate was notified but claims nothing changed. The pastor says he went to pick his wife up from work last Thursday after she called him claiming she was being harassed again.
She went back in the back to get her keys. And when she went back to get her keys, the gentleman came from behind, which was a manager, mouthing off at me and disrespecting my wife.
Police say that's when Waden pushed a cook's head towards the deep fryer and punched him in the face. Waden says it didn't necessarily happen that way.
He got in my face, and when he got in my face, I pushed him. And when I pushed him, he grabbed me. So when he grabbed me, we went to tussling and stuff of that nature, and the floor was real slippery. So, I kind of bear hugged him And when I bear hugged him, he punched me in the back of my head. So when he punched me in the back of my head, I commenced to swinging.
Several employees had to pull Waden off the employee, according to the police report. Police also say the employee suffered a large contusion to the forehead and right eye, along with scratches on his neck. McDonald's released a statement that reads in part, "The safety and security of our employees and customers is our top priority, and I was appalled by this act of violence in my restaurant last week." Waden says looking back, he regrets not walking away.
My intent was to get my wife and leave and get out of that environment. Going forward, this is a learning experience going forward. Just, don't let people pull you into their chaos. Going forward, I just walk away.
So it sounds like things could have been handled a little differently, but someone made a good point. They said he went there for a fight and she expected him to fight for her. What if the worker had a gun? I mean, we see this happen a lot. Somebody ends up getting hurt because someone calls another individual in their family to come to defend them. But then they commented, "I'm so sick of these bootleg pastors." And someone just simply questioned, what would Jesus do? So sound off in the comments, you guys. Tell me what you think Jesus would have did, or tell me what you would have done if you were in his shoes and your wife contacted you about an employee disrespecting them. I thank you guys for watching and listening, and I will talk to you in the next video. Please give this one a thumbs up and be sure to hit the notification bell so you never miss an update from What's Happening.